lives that no matter how we pray, we can't get out of. Maybe we are bonded to someone we love, and it's difficult, very difficult, because we are commissioned to love them more. End of heaven cannot reach into a Russian gulag and say, okay, you prayed enough, I'll take you out. And you get hit, because everybody's going to get hit. Nothing's wrong here. And don't tell yourself those nonsense like I was born for something special. You were born for the life you have. Stop it. Anyway, so I read the book all night. And I was just gripped by the story of how this man ended up in the Vatican's program to educate Jesuits as Russian spies and get them into Russia in the 1930s. And what happened was he made it to the Vatican, and then, but Europe was becoming so volatile in the 30s that they decided to not send him into Russia, and they planned to send these Jesuits in under the guise of being Russian peasants, having taught them perfect Russian, and he was a great candidate because, so he spoke Polish and he learned Russian perfectly. So he said, as long as I'm in Europe, let me at least work in Poland. So he was sent to Poland, and it happened to be the eastern half, and then Russia invaded, so he ended up in Russia anyway. So it's like he ends up in a gulag because the Russians found him. The Russian gulags under Stalin were brutal, ugly, brutal, horrible, beyond. And so there was an uprising, and the guards were given orders to just go in and kill, destroy, just wipe them out. Didn't matter. They were inhumane beyond. And they came in, and he had his gun. The Russians had their guns with the butt end of them, and they were just hitting these guards. Hitting these prisoners. And Walter was pushed so that he got hit, but he got hit in a place that did the least amount of damage. So instead of getting his jaw broken, which couldn't be repaired there, getting his head cracked open, he got hit in his back, no broken bones, and got pushed to the corner. Now, I read that, and somehow in the moment of reading that at 3:45 in the morning, in the silence, I felt this sense of, and I got deep in my soul's DNA that in our lives, we are on these tracks and in these passages that no matter how we pray, we can't get out of. So much we were like, maybe we want to get out of our bodies because they hurt too much. Maybe we want to get out of the fact that we've been commissioned by God to be the caretaker for someone. Maybe for someone for a month, maybe for a year, maybe 10 years. But it's a commission because we can't get out. Maybe we are bonded to someone we love. And it's difficult, very difficult, because we are commissioned to love them more, and in a way that's deeper than they are capable of loving us. And it is a wretched form of love. To be commissioned through the bond in your soul to love someone more, or in a way that is deeper than they are capable of loving you. And through some mystery, you are incapable of leaving them. And your job is to recognize, I have a commission. That is why you can't leave. And in the anguish is released when you get that this is a commission, a contract. I can't get out of this. And it's not about can't. It's about, I accept this, and now I will get to the right prayers. to the right prayers. Not to praying to have something released. All right, give me the prayers I need to get through this. But I saw that grace and the hand of heaven cannot reach into a Russian gulag and say, okay, you've prayed enough, I'll take you out. But to say, you know what, it's going to be a rough night. I will position you. You're going to get hit because everybody's going to get hit. But I'll make sure that you don't suffer very much. I can't take you out of this hell. You need to be here. I can't explain why, but I will make sure your suffering's as minimal as I can. As minimal. So that your heart can still hold everybody else. Because that's what you've chosen to do. Is to hold everybody's absence of faith in your heart. And to keep their humanity going. And that's what he did. And when the time was right, John F. Kennedy got him out. Because they found out about a Jesuit in captivity. He became a saint. And he had so much left still to give. Of all people who could be bitter. But he carried all this, and they want him for one of their Russian saints. There's no end to that kind of light. But that, I thought, so that's how grace works. So you say, if this is the path I need to be on, then I'm not going to pray to be taken off. And that's how you stop and you freeze frame in the moment and you say, okay, I'm stopping in this moment. I'm going to look around. Show me where you're standing in this moment. Show me where you are in this moment. Fill my heart with the power of this moment, because that's where I need you right now. Fill me up and I'll keep going. I just need a blast of you right now. That's how you pray. Got it? That's how a mystic prays. That's how you don't lose power, because you don't tell yourself a story like, something's wrong here. Nothing's wrong here. And don't tell yourself those nonsense like, I was born for something special. You were born for the life you have. Stop it. Stop it. This is something special. Find your special in the moment. You hit that button and you think, what can I do to make this moment special? To specialize it. To special up. I got time for one more question because then I'm going to start a whole new section. Yes.